Hello everyone, I'm John Higgins. This is PNG Tonight. Coming up, Speaker of Parliament Ida Ganassi explains the denial of the proposed vote of no confidence in the Prime Minister. He also refers the Deputy Opposition Leader to the Parliamentary Privileges Committee on two cases. And in other stories, the refurbished central government building and the persistent cases of gender-based violence. There will not be any vote of no confidence in the Prime Minister. The latest move by the Deputy Opposition Leader, Sam Basil, has been rejected by the Parliamentary Committee on Private Business. Here is an explanation from the Acting Speaker of Parliament, Ida Ganassi.
Honourable members, a motion for vote of no confidence in the Prime Minister, Mr. Peter O'Neill, proposed by Honourable Sam Basil and seconded by Grand Chief Sir Michael Somare, nominating Honourable Don Pollier as the alternate Prime Minister pursuant to Standing Order 22 was received by me on Tuesday, 22 March 2016, and subsequently put before the Permanent Parliamentary Committee on Private Business. The Permanent Parliamentary Committee on Private Business set to discuss the motion as well as other private business before the National Parliament and resolved that the document may not contain the required number of signatures under Section 145 of the Constitution, due to the fact that some signatories to the motion denied having signed a motion and one member is currently suspended from office. To support,
point of order, Mr. Speaker.
To support,
point of order.
The point of order will not be entertained.
Court order in relation to Belden Nama's suspension. He's got an order. He's still a member of Parliament. You are denying that right and you are misleading Parliament.
Now sit down, Deputy Opposition Leader. I will continue to make the statement.
Kelly Naru was the only one signature that was failed. We still got the numbers.
Sit down.
You're lying.
Hello.
To support the process of...
Mr. Speaker, I've got a court order that states Belden Nama's rules of tribunal. So you are lying.
You criminal.
Opposition Leader, please sit down.
You were in jail and you got the convict prisoners here. Convicted prisoners
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Belden Nama has not been suspended. By Supreme Court ruling, his tribunal has been stayed, and I gave you the court orders.
You are lying.
From the chair, I will make the statement. To support the process of due diligence check,
Administrative process.
letters were sent out to all members that publicly supported the motion to ensure that they had signed the motion and were actually in support of it. Honourable members, the committee received replies.
It's not on a notice paper.
Order. Honourable members, the committee received replies from the majority of the members and confirmed that there were 9 members that moved the motion, seconded it, and were in support of it. The committee also established that member for Banimo Green, Open Electorate, is currently suspended by law from exercising his duties and functions as a member of Parliament, irrespective of his Supreme Court appeal. This prevented his signing and support of the motion. The committee also established that the Governor for Morobe, Honorable Kasinga Kelly Naru, signed 3 copies of the initial motion submitted on the 3rd of November 2015, but did not sign or support the current motion dated 22nd March 2016. Instead, a copy of the initial motion was used and submitted with the attachment of the initial signatures, even though the members had not indicated his support of the current proposed motion. The committee further established that on the basis there was inadequate support for the motion, it failed to meet the minimum requirement as required by Section 145 of the Constitution. Therefore, the proposed motion failed to meet the procedural requirement for tabling. On this basis, the committee rejected the motion outright. Furthermore, the committee, after careful consideration, found that there may be a possible breach of parliamentary privileges in the unauthorized use of the members' signatures, and felt that the matter should be referred to the Permanent Parliamentary Privileges Committee for further investigation against the Deputy Leader of the Opposition as the proposer and initiator of the motion.
Point of order.
I haven't finished yet. I will continue.
Can I just give a point of order? Speaker, please.
No.
He hasn't asked me yet. He hasn't asked me to sit down yet.
Opposition leader, sit down. Similarly, the chair received the written response under the letterhead of the Deputy Leader of the Opposition, which in the view of the chair was an abuse of parliamentary privileges, in that the wording imputed that the chair was biased in his decision-making due to the fact that he was a member of the People's National Congress. On this basis, the chair has also decided to refer the honourable member to the Privileges Committee for investigation in relation to this matter. Honourable members, the chair advised that on Wednesday, 23rd of March 2016, a Supreme Court reference was filed by the General Secretary of People's National Congress Party seeking interpretation of Section 142, 143, and 145 of the Constitution. More specifically, the application was for the Supreme Court to declare that a proper interpretation or application of Section 142, 143, and 145 of the Constitution and Section 63 of the Organic Law on the Integrity of the Political Parties and Candidates 2003 should require: 1. That the person nominated as the next Prime Minister in a motion of no confidence pursuant to Section 142 subsection 2A of the Constitution be a member of the registered political party which was endorsed as having the greatest number of candidates elected in the last general election prior to the said motion. And 2, that in the event of a vacancy occurring in the office of the Prime Minister under Section 142, subsection 5 of the Constitution, following the passage of the vote of no confidence, pursuant to Section 145 of the Constitution, the person decided upon by the Parliament to be Prime Minister by the head of state should be a member of the registered political party, which was endorsed as having the greatest number of candidates elected in the last general election prior to the proposed appointment. The Chair further advised all members of Parliament that due to the filing of the Supreme Court reference, the matter is now sub judice, and the Chair will not entertain any more proposed motions of no confidence until such time as the Supreme Court completes the reference.
Immediately after his explanation, the leader of the opposition, Don Pollier, raised a point of order, but that was ruled out by the acting speaker, as well as further debate on the issue. This is PNG Tonight. We'll be back after this break.